guys! Today we are doing our first impressions. So we are gonna turn into this from the video. So there's some misses and some hits. And I truly love most of the things in this video. But there's some misses. Like misses. Really don't like them. So we will see what happens. Please like this video if you enjoy it, and subscribe and turn that post notifications on so you know when I upload. And yeah, I love you all so much. Let's just get into the video. So as you can see, I've already got my brows on. I don't have any new brow products to try, unfortunately, so we're just going to move on from that. First thing we're going to do is go in with primer. So we're using the e.l.f. Blemish Control Face Primer. I thought this was going to be green, but when I put it out, it's just clear, it's white. So it doesn't have much of a scent to it, but I'm just popping this on. You can see Toby in the background there. So I have cleansed, toned, moisturised, that kind of thing. This is kind of like a, I don't know, it's got a bit of tack to it, which is good. So I feel like, if you can see that, if you can hear that, I feel like my foundation's really going to stick to it. So I've got a few foundations to try. I don't know which one to use because I think two of them are going to be too light for me. I know, shocking. I'm going to try, yeah, that's going to be too light. Do you know what? I'm gonna try this one for the feel of it, and then I'll get my right shade. So this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation. I've heard so much about this and I am so intrigued to use this and see what happens. I've got quite oily but dehydrated skin, so foundations can be quite tricky for me. So I'm gonna wet my beauty sponge like usual and then apply this, and like I say, it is too light for me. We'll fix that with bronzer and stuff. So I'm just gonna pop a pump of this in the back of my hand to start with to see what happens. It's quite a thick foundation. And then take my damp sponge and start applying this. Oh my god, it's really light. Oh god. Look, I look like a ghost. Okay. Okay. Definitely gonna need a darker shade. I don't know if I like this. Oh god, I don't like this already. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Can we just zoom in and appreciate how shit that has made my skin look? Oh my god. Let's see if it builds up. Why did I spend so much money on this? Oh no. Oh no. Nope, hate it. That's actually coming off, like I'm not leaving that on my skin. So I cannot cope with how bad that foundation was. So that's going off to the side just now, and we are going to ignore that. I do have two other foundations, thankfully, that I can try in this video because I know already I hate that and I don't know if I'll be trying it again. So the other foundation I've got here is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, and I think this is more my colour. And this is what I'm going to use today. So again, it's quite thick consistency, but far more my colour. So again, we're going to start again with our sponge and just pat this into the skin. Oh, that's so much better. That is literally like blurring out my skin instantly. I don't know what the shade range is like in e.l.f., but I'm going to have a look at that after. Okay, so far so good. It hasn't covered up my blemishes, so I am gonna go over with a second layer. I'm having to use quite a lot of this to cover, so don't love that because I'm hoping it won't get cakey. But I'm just gonna pop this on and then we'll leave this for a while and go into the concealer. But I'll give you a closer look at that. So it's much better the Fenty one, but it's still not covered my blemishes, which is unfortunate. And there's still a little bit of redness poking through. So we're just gonna leave that for now and go on to concealer. For concealer, we're using the L'Oreal Infallible. This is the More Than Concealer. And this is in the shade, 321 Eggshell. Oops. So I'm just gonna pop this under the eye. Oh, it's got massive doe foot. I like that. So I'm just popping this under the eye. This will probably match the foundation because I bought this when I was tanned, so I was going for that like highlighted look, but I didn't get around to using it when I was tanned, so we're just gonna go in with this. So I needed to do like 2 dips there for my whole face. That's quite normal for me. Like, that's not strange for me. And then I'm just gonna blend it with my beauty blender. So far, very full coverage as it claims to be. I really am enjoying this and it's pulling the foundation back. I am really happy with this so far. And it's covered all those under eye bags, thankfully. That has kind of saved my makeup and I look a bit more put together and a bit more flawless. I know I've got makeup in my hairline, but it really doesn't make a difference right now because I need my roots done so badly. So this is exciting for me. For powder, we're using the Benefit Dr. Feelgood powder. I've not heard a lot about this, but I am super excited. So it comes with a little puff on top and this is what it looks like. So you just need to open up the top bit there and the powder comes out in there. So I have used this once, but more for touch-up powder, so I didn't really know what it did. So we're just going to use the puff and we're going to puff this onto my face without baking because I just do not bake. Although I have quite oily skin, baking is just not good for me. It's actually quite hard to come out because that's the sifter, right? So you'd have to put that in there to make it not fall out, because if you put the lid back down you can't get it out. And it's really quite difficult to get out. I'm just going to try it with my normal brush. Now that's done, our complexion isn't looking great. As you can see, look, there's a lot of dry patches, and especially like under my eye, that kind of thing, like it's really dry. So before we move on, because I want to give everything a fair shot, like if we've got bad base then I don't want like everything else to be ruined. So I'm actually going to go in with our setting spray just now. So I picked up the Pixie Glow Mist and I'm just going to spray this over just to try and melt everything in a little bit and not look so dry in the face. So I love the smell of this. The smell of this is amazing. So hopefully I'll leave that for a couple minutes and hopefully it will settle everything in and we can move on quite nicely. So I have no new bronzer, so I just did my bronzer off camera while I was waiting for that to dry. I used the Benefit Hoola bronzer. This is an old one and it's in a little fun size. I'm just trying to use that. And yeah, so next we are gonna do blush. So I've got this number 7 blush. When I bought my foundations I got a free gift and this is what I chose. And this is in Apricot Blossom, so that's just what it looks like. Pinky, peachy blush, my kind of thing. So I'm just dabbing in my brush there. It's a little bit powdery, but I don't mind. And I'm just popping it. I actually prefer to have my blush now further away from the apples of my cheeks. So kind of like just above my bronzer. I just think it looks so classy and more natural. Not that there's much natural about this blush, but if you go a bit overboard, like I did, clearly, just take your powder brush again and go over with your translucent powder. There we go, that's better. So the next thing I'm super excited about. So I'm gonna spray it on my Glow Mist from Pixie again. I love the spray on this. I'm so obsessed with the spray on this. Because the next product we have is highlight. So I got the Doll Light Duo. These pans are massive. Can we just talk about that? Like honestly, these pans are huge. So I'm just gonna swatch them as well. So that's what they look like on my fingers. And that's what they're like swatched. So I'm gonna use this one today. So I'm just swirling my brush in there and going on the high points of my cheeks. Oh yeah. It's like a wet glow. I love that look. I'm so excited about this. I knew I would like this. I think the powder and the foundation mucked it up a bit. The concealer I actually really liked because it brought it back, but now it's just like ruined again. So, but we can always save it. So I always think like you can always save a look no matter what state it's in. So right now this is not my favourite. But I can guarantee you by the end I will like it, or I will half like it. We're going to go into the eyes now. So I've got quite an exciting palette for me because I know it's very controversial and it's the first Anastasia palette I've ever used. But I'm not going to judge it on that, so I'm not going to judge it on anything I've heard about this palette. So I will judge this solely on how it works for me, and that's why I wanted to pick it up and try it. I love when there's so many controversial opinions on things. I just like to know my own opinion. So you can probably all guess what I'm about to use, and it's the ABH Subculture palette. So I think the colours in this are stunning. Like, they really are amazing. This colour is like screaming to me. So I don't really know what I'm doing yet. So I'm going to go in with this first, and I'm going to go in with the shade Dawn, and that is just to pop into my crease to begin the look. So it's just more of, oh my god, so they're very powdery. Like if I just hit that a couple of times, like you can see. But that's not a deal breaker to me. If it blends well, then good. I'm not really someone that cares about the way that the powders, how powdery it is. Let's use the other side of the brush. So this is more like a flat brush. I'm gonna go in with the colour Fudge, and I'm gonna put that in the outer corner. Whoa, these are super powdery. But as I said, it's not really a deal breaker for me. What is a deal breaker is if they're not pigmented or not blending. So far, I don't want to speak too soon, these aren't bad. Before we deepen it up any further, I'm going to pop on that electric shade, so that shade we were looking at before. This is just screaming to me, but I'm actually just going to use my finger and pop it on, because that's what I do with every shimmer, so I want to give it a good chance. Whoa. I'm obsessed. Stunning is that colour. I will zoom you in slightly. Can we just talk about, is that better? Can we just talk about that colour? Look how stunning that colour is. The fallout, there's a tiny bit, but not much, like just underneath. There's slight fallout, but not much at all. So I'm just going back in with that fudge colour and I'm just going to blend those together. So this bit isn't blending great. It seems to have kind of like stuck, like the colour's just like stuck there. I'm trying to get it to move, but it's not moving. I think for now we just have to leave it and hope for the best, that it cleans itself up. For the lower lash line, I am going to take the colour Untamed, this one here, and I'm just gonna pack that on with this artistry brush. This is what it looks like, and blend it in. Wing, and then taking that first Anastasia brush with the shade Dawn that we used at first, I'm going to blend that out. Love that. So I do have quite a bit of fallout. I should have done my eyes first. That is not the makeup's fault, it is me. I should have known. I don't have any eyeliner, so I'm going to go off camera, do my eyeliner, and do the other eye, and we'll be back. Okay, so the wing turned out quite thick, as it always does, because you start with a small one and you can't finish with it being small because it fucks. We're now on to mascara, and I am using the Benefit Roller Lash. This must be unbelievable. I've never used this on myself. I worked for Benefit, and I've never used the roller lash on myself. But today's the day. I love that. Look at those lashes. Look at the difference between this eye and this eye. Like, what the hell? So I was going to wear false lashes today, but now I'm not. So that is applied. I am absolutely in love. I told you the look would pull together finally. It is decent. I've got quite a few lip products to use, so I'm just going to spray this on my skin again, and then we will choose a lip product. So now that's done, I want to show you the lip products I've got. So I've got a lip pencil in Nudist from L'Oreal. It's their infallible ones, and I love these. The red one's my favourite. I've got two NYX butter glosses that I haven't used, and one is in Praline and the other's in Cherry Pie. That's what they look like. I have an Anastasia colour. I bought this for editorial use. It is the most stunning blue, and this is called Cobalt. And yeah, editorial use. I wouldn't wear this on an everyday basis. And I've got a MAC liquid lipstick, and that's in the shade Divine. So it's very Barbie pink. And then I've got an Anastasia liquid lipstick, and this is in Vintage. What I'm going to use today, I'm going to swatch them all for you. So this is Anastasia Vintage swatch. So it's like a plummy kind of wine colour. And then the MAC Divine will just be going right here. So that's a very Barbie pink, which I kind of live for. I don't normally wear colours like that, but honestly, love it. Then the next one is Cobalt, and this is one of their matte lipsticks. It's more like purple blue. It's got like a purple undertone to it, but again, love it. And then the two butter glosses, I've used these so much, but I needed to get more. So this one is Praline, beautiful over a lip liner. And this one is Cherry Pie, again, beautiful over a lip liner or a red lipstick. I know the swatches are terrible. So that is all the lip colours that I have recently picked up. I don't know what's going to go best with this look. I think I might use the lip liner in Nudist and go over it with Praline. I know it's the safe option, but I like the safe option. So again, I'm just like slightly overlining my lips at the bottom. So this is like a very cool nude mauve colour. And then I'm going to fill in my lips and go over it with the lip gloss. So I think that goes really well with the look, thankfully. And I don't normally wear cool tones that often, but I'm actually loving this. So I'm going to go over it with the Praline colour. That's just ever so slightly deeper. I'll show you up close the finished look. I told you we would pull this together. I wasn't sure about the foundation or the powder. This is looking really good just now. I have definitely pulled it back, thankfully. So thank you for watching this first impressions. I am filming pretty much all day today, so I'm super excited for that. I'm going to have a little break just now, have some coffee, and then we'll be back to film more exciting videos. And you will have already seen my mental health video. I'll link that below. It's just explaining more of my story. So if you are interested in that, I would recommend to go watch that. Very hard for me to film, but really worth it if it's going to help anyone not feel alone. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and tell me what you think down below of these products. I want to know your opinions. I want to know your favourite products. Just let me know. Thanks so much. Bye.